Duta Besar Israel dan Palestina untuk Perserikatan Bangsa-Bangsa terlibat adu pernyataan saat sidang Dewan Keamanan PBB di New York pada Selasa 11 Agustus. Keduanya berbeda pandangan soal hak atas wilayah dan status pendudukan di kawasan yang disengketakan. Perwakilan Tetap Israel untuk PBB, Danon, membantah anggapan bahwa warga Yahudi merupakan penjajah atau pemukim di wilayah Yudea dan Samaria, dan menegaskan bahwa Israel memiliki hubungan historis dengan wilayah tersebut. Sementara itu, Duta Besar Palestina untuk PBB Riyad Mansour menyampaikan pandangan yang berbeda. Mansour menilai Palestina merupakan negara yang wilayahnya masih berada di bawah pendudukan Israel. Ia juga menyebut 160 negara telah mengakui Palestina sebagai negara. Mansour menegaskan perjuangan Palestina berkaitan dengan upaya mengakhiri pendudukan dan memperoleh kebebasan.
We exist as a state. Look, I sit behind the plaque that says State of Palestine. We have 160 countries that recognize the State of Palestine, including the great majority of the members of this Security Council. The reality is that one state is illegally occupying the land of the other state. So therefore we need the international community, the Security Council, to help the state of Palestine that lives under ruthless occupation, illegal occupation, using the words of the International Court of Justice, to help us to end this illegal occupation, as the International Court of Justice said, as rapidly as possible. Of course, we appreciate all efforts to make this occupation less vicious, if there is such thing as that, in the process and in the way and the path of ending this illegal occupation. That is the main objective, ending this illegal occupation, not to make it a nicer occupation. And many of you have exercised that during the time of putting an end to colonial occupation and control in the past. So I don't need to explain to you what you were struggling for in order to attain your freedom and liberation. We are the last kid around the block. We need to end this evil system imposed on us, oppressing us, stealing our resources, killing our children, doing all the evil things that the UN reports describe, all of the agencies of the United Nations describe, and other NGOs, organizations describe as well. So it needs to end. And all people who respect and honor international law and their obligations as members of the United Nations and the principles enshrined in the Charter of the UN is to help us to put an end to this tragedy.
Madam President, while Palestinian terrorists seek to drive Israelis from their homes, some voices in this council speak as though Jews have no right to live in Judea and Samaria. That is not true. We are not occupier, we are not settler. Our right to live in our land is based on our historical connection to it. It is described in the Torah, the Old Testament, and even the Quran mention the connection of Jews to the land. This past week, Jews around the world read this verse from the Torah. I will read it first in Hebrew. כי אתם עוברים את הירדן לבוא לרשת את הארץ אשר אדוני אלוהיכם נותן לכם וירשתם אותה וישבתם בה. And in English, you are crossing the Jordan River to inherit the land which God is giving you. You will inherit it and dwell in it. Judea and Samaria is where our story in the land of Israel began. It is where it will continue. There has been a continuous Jewish presence in this land for thousands of years. The name Jerusalem, Hebron, Bethel, they are not names invented by modern leaders or modern